Over the last few years, there's been a lot more talk about publishing fair data, and for you watching this probably means publishing CF-NetCDF files. For most people this is a new thing, and it isn't always easy. And for most people, it's not always obvious what the requirements are. What names should you be giving to your parameters? And what about metadata? Which global attributes should you be including in your file? Wouldn't it be easier if you had all the requirements written down in one place? That's why I've developed a new spreadsheet template generator with the aim of making it easier for you to create CF-NetCDF files. In the templates that you create, you'll be able to log all the data and recommended global attributes in one Excel file. The template will include constraints, so you won't be able to include text, for example, in a field where you have to enter a number. You'll end up with a standardized log of your data, which will make it much easier for you to prepare your data for publication. To access the template generator, you can type SIOS Svalbard into your favorite search engine. Click on this link, most likely at the top, and in the navbar at the top of the website, go to Data and to Tools. Here you can see a button for the Learnings from Nansen Legacy template generator. Or you can just follow the link in the description. When you get to this page, you can see that there are three configurations: CF-NetCDF, Darwin Core, and a Learnings from Nansen Legacy logging system, which is mostly only used for a logging system I'm currently developing. Watch this space. In this video, I'm only going to focus on the CF-NetCDF configuration. So how does it work? Well, you select your coordinate variables. Let's say you have a time series of data, you select time. If you have a depth profile, you select depth. And if your data has multiple dimensions, you can select as many as apply. The next column here is coordinate bounds. Let's say you have a value that is representative of not just a point, but of some coordinate range. For example, let's imagine you have a time series, but each value is an average value per hour. Or maybe you have an ice core that you've split into chunks and each value is representative of one of those chunks. There are some recommendations on how you can encode this type of data in a CF-NetCDF file in this section of the CF conventions. I've included a link to this down in the description. And the final column is your data parameters. In this case, you're most likely going to want to include CF standard names. These are a standardized list of parameters with descriptions that allow the data user to have the same understanding of what a parameter is as the data creator had. I've taken these CF standard names from this page, or actually from what is behind this page. And there's a lot of these CF standard names, so use the search bar at the top. Read the descriptions for the standard name by hovering your cursor over one of them, and find the most suitable standard name for your parameter. Then click the button at the top to add it to your setup. Finally, let's generate our template. It includes a few sheets, but I'll go through the data sheet first. Each field that we selected in our template generator is now one column, except for the bounds field, which has been separated into two fields, the minimum and maximum. The descriptions for each parameter are visible as notes each time you select a cell. And there are cell restrictions, so you can't include text for most CF standard names, for example, because in most cases only numbers are allowed. Then you have the metadata sheet. Most of these terms have been taken from the ACDD conventions, that's the attribute conventions for data discovery. And that's what we recommend to be used in a CF-NetCDF file. The idea here is that you should be able to include all the information here in one file that you will later include in your CF-NetCDF file. The requirements and recommendations that you see for each global attribute are actually taken from the Arctic Data Center page that I've listed in the description below. but they are also the recommendations of CIOS. And they are good recommendations based on a globally adopted convention, so you can follow these recommendations wherever you are too. New CF standard names have been added over time as more and more people contribute to this convention. So if you can't find one of the names that you're looking for, you can go to Admin, Get Latest Terms, and pull the latest CF standard names here. This will update the terms that you can select from in the template generator. If you want to set up this template generator to run locally on your computer, or perhaps you host a website, the code is on GitHub here. I've put a link down in the description. Get in touch if you want some help. If you encounter any problems with the template generator, or you want to suggest something that can be added, you can raise an issue on this GitHub page too. I hope this has been useful. Good luck publishing your data, and I'll see you next time.